Hello and welcome to this episode of Microchips, and today is not a repair video but a look at a classic old NATO 2000 CB radio. And we all know that these things were classics in the time because they were kind of legal, because they had a CB 2781 sticker on them, and when they come into the country they were legal. But before we start, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, join the Facebook group, have a look at my website, all that good stuff. And now a quick word from today's video sponsor, PCBWay. PCBWay. PCBWay is a China Shenzhen-based PCB manufacturer and printed board assembler with more than a decade in the field of PCB prototype and fabrication. They offer a wide range of services including 3D printing, CNC machining, sheet metal fabrication and much more. PCBWay also offer a prototype PCB assembly service with component sourcing and online quote, with 24-hour delivery services. PCBWay is committed to meeting all of your PCB needs. They offer quality, on-time delivery and competitive pricing. 1 to 2 layer boards start at $5 with 24-hour turnaround. Get an instant quote by visiting PCBWay.com or click on the link below to check them out. So here we have my NATO 2000. This isn't a customer's, this is one I own. Now this one has obviously got the after sticker on it for the modes, but when they come into the country there was nothing there, just lines. Now these NATO 2000s have a very clever party trick which we're going to go into. So there's all the stuff we've got with it. We've got the instruction book, we've got the box, we've got original microphone, power lead, very nice. So as you can see, it says 40 channel mobile FM citizens band transceiver, and then an extra part, maybe that was added after, saying it's 200 channel, and it says there this is supplied for 40 channels as per British specification. It is a simple matter to revert the set back to full sideband and AM use. But I'm sure to get UK authorisation to import them, this thing would have to be locked down pretty hard. So we have a look there. It's slightly off frequency, but it is on the UK frequencies. And if we turn the band switch, nothing happens. So that's locked out. So this radio at the moment is in CB 2781 mode. So you can see the band switch does nothing, and the mode switch does nothing, and the KC shift does nothing. Completely disabled. How is this possible? Well, there was a little piece of paper that come with it that told you how to revert it back. So it's as simple as switching two ICs and switching the places. So let's have a look at those. So there they are, just in front of the channel change. Now the makers of this radio must have gone to a lot of trouble to implement this, because that's part of the Roger Bleed board as well, that's fine. But to actually implement this, actually disable the mode, disable the band, disable the KC shift, they've gone to a lot of trouble to get it Home Office approved, and then make it usable, or should we say revertible, quite easily. So there's a schematic for the Beat board. Doesn't really tell us a lot about IC 601 and IC 602. You can see there's a lot of ins and outs on it. So let's see if we can uncover what these actually are. So there's our first IC. I say IC in very loose terms, because it actually looks like it's just jump links across from pin to pin. So this one is measuring pin to pin across. It's just like a wire link basically. So I measured all the pins either side and they just wire links across. So that's the first IC, or should we say wire link. And here's the second one. Now surprisingly enough, this one is completely open circuit. Totally open circuit. So is the one with all the shorts on it. Is that the one that enables it? And when you switch it over to the open circuit one, it disables it. It's very clever. It's very clever anyway. And it seems to be a lot of work to get a type approved radio when they could have just had a, you know, a cheap Cybernet 134 board or what have you. You know, it's almost like they had a hidden agenda to get these radios into the UK pass Home Office approval, because they were technically legal when they were imported. Very clever indeed. So let's put these back in and return the radio back to its 200 channels multi-mode capabilities. Which is just literally just switching them round. And there's all our bands: super low, low, mid, high, and UK 40. Very nice. So we're just going to do a quick bit of maintenance on this. This radio does sound well anyway, but we're just going to give it a quick check up. So quick check on the bias on the final, tiny little bit high, but nothing to worry about. So we'll just bring it down to 0.7 of a volt. That'll do nicely. Now let's have a go at the frequencies. So there's our high band. The actual trimmers that are needed to adjust these are actually buried below all that wiring, but we managed to get in there with our screwdriver and we adjust them all as they should be. So there's our low band, our super lows slightly off. So there's our super low, and there's our UK 40. So we'll just bring that up to 0125. So the other clever part about this radio as well, it's got a custom cut crystal for the 1 to 40, plus it's got its own channel wafer as well. Because, you know, alpha channels and that hop, skip and a jump round 23 and 26, it had to switch in its own wafer. So they went to a lot of work to get this type approved. So we'll just set up our 10695 and our 10692. We'll just find out which the right one is for that. And there's our 10695. Let's get it as close as we can. It's a very twitchy control this. That'll do nicely. Switch it to LSB. Set our 10692. So that's those aligned. Very nice. Let's have a look on the two-tone. Yep, all good. Two-tone looks nice. Excuse the bouncing, I have a bit of a earth ground loop issue, should we say. But they're very nice. And for all the Synad fanboys out there, yeah, let's get our little piece of paper out and start writing them down. So as you can see, this radio has got fantastic ears. It really has. This will hear the tone down to minus 130 dB, which for me means it's really, really sensitive. It's fantastic. It really is. As you can see, no noise, meters falling nicely, absolutely beautiful. So there's our NATO 2000.
Yeah, 5 and 9, 5, 9 plus 20 dB, like, comment, subscribe to the microchip channel.
It's almost like you've got a script. So thanks Damo for that quick report on the radio, always appreciated. And there we have our NATO 2000, quickly serviced and sounding as good as it should. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, join the Facebook group. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.